if you've thought about moving with us at 617 Boston Movers. First of all, congratulations. You've already taken one step closer to a smoother and way less stressful move. But have you ever wondered what actually happens behind the scenes after that very first phone call? Like, how do movers prepare? What happens before moving day? How do we deal with Boston parking? And how does everything go from I need help moving to fully settled into your new home? Well, today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of the entire 617 Boston Movers process, from the first phone call all the way to the final walkthrough on moving day. Hi everyone, I'm Angela, a moving specialist from 617 Boston Movers. And let's break down exactly how the process works. First, getting a quote. So let's start with phase one, which is getting a quote. Now, honestly, this part is way more important than people realize. A lot of moving problems actually start with inaccurate estimates, unclear pricing, or missing details early on. That's why for us, transparency is one of the biggest priorities from the very beginning. When someone calls us, we're not just randomly throwing out prices. We actually take time to understand the full scope of the move. We ask questions like, how big is the current home? Are there stairs involved? Is there elevator access? Are there oversized furniture pieces? What's the destination like? Is parking difficult? Are there fragile or specialty items? Because every move is different. And honestly, Boston moves can get complicated really fast. Some apartments have narrow staircases, some buildings don't have elevators, some streets barely have parking, so the more details we understand upfront, the smoother the move becomes later on. And another thing, we really believe people deserve honest pricing. Nobody wants surprise charges on moving day. So our goal is to always provide a clear and accurate estimate based on the actual situation, not vague pricing and suddenly changes later. That way, customers know what to expect from the beginning, and we start the process with trust and transparency. Second, pre-move preparation. Once the code is confirmed, we move into phase two. Pre-move preparation, and honestly, this is probably one of the most important stages of the entire process, because a successful moving day doesn't just happen randomly. It happens because of preparation, and one of the first things we help with is parking permits. Now, if you live in Boston, you already know parking here can be chaotic, and trying to move without a proper parking setup, that can turn into a disaster really quick. So moving trucks need space, especially in busy areas or narrow streets. So we help guide customers through Boston's parking permit process to make sure everything is secure ahead of time. That way, the truck has proper access, loading becomes easier, and moving day stays efficient instead of stressful. Next comes packing preparation. A lot of people don't realize that there are actually certain items movers legally or safely cannot transport. So before moving day, we go over packing guidelines and prohibited items with customers. Things like flammable materials, gasoline, propane tanks, certain chemicals, and some perishables cannot be loaded onto moving trucks. And honestly, it's always better for customers to know this early rather than finding out last minute on moving day. We also talk about protecting fragile items, organizing boxes, and making sure everything is prepared for a smoother loading process. Because the better prepared the move is beforehand, the easier everything becomes later. Third, moving day execution. And finally, moving day arrives. This is where all of the planning and preparation finally come together. Now, one thing people really appreciate is punctuality. Nobody wants a mover showing up late when they are already stressed about moving. So our movers arrive prepared, organized, and ready to work. And once we arrive, the focus becomes safety, efficiency, protection, and careful handling. We protect floors, walls, doorways, and furniture during the process. And honestly, this is where Boston moving experience really matters. because moving in Boston is completely different from moving in other places. You've got tight corners, small staircases, historic walk-up buildings, one-way streets, tiny elevators, limited parking. Sometimes it honestly feels like solving a puzzle. And that's why local experience matters so much. Our movers already understand how to navigate those situations safely and efficiently, whether it's maneuvering a couch through a narrow staircase or carrying furniture through difficult layouts. Experience makes a huge difference, and even after everything is unloaded, the job still isn't finished. Before wrapping up, we do a final walkthrough with the customer. We make sure everything is placed correctly, nothing is missing, and the customer feels comfortable in the new space. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about moving boxes. It's about helping people transition smoothly into a new chapter of their lives. From the first phone call to the final walkthrough, our entire process is designed to make moving feel smoother, more organized, less overwhelming. We handle the logistics, the heavy lifting, the planning, and the difficult parts so customer can focus on settling into their new home. If you're planning a move and want a team that truly understands Boston moving, we'd love to help. You can call us today or visit 617bostonmovers.com to request your free quote. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more moving tips and behind the scenes content. Thanks for watching and welcome home.